South Africa. Listen carefully. What is happening right now is not politics as usual. It is not about speeches, campaigns, or debates. No, it is bigger, deeper, and more dangerous. What we are witnessing feels less like politics and more like a firestorm. A storm so unpredictable, so violent, that it could tear the foundations of Parliament apart, break the ANC from within, and yes, even put the presidency in the firing line. The air is heavy. The silence in the streets feels louder than ever. From the buzzing hotels of Swedo to the secret corridors of Lutherley House, a chilling question hangs in the air like smoke. Who will be next? Tonight, whispers are breaking into screams. Rumors have turned into headlines. And behind those headlines lies a truth so explosive it could rewrite the fate of South Africa. Allegedly, a top ANC leader is now staring down an arrest warrant. The walls are closing in. The hawks are circling. And according to insiders, this is just the beginning. If this is the start, how deep does it go? How many names will be revealed? Whose career, whose freedom, will end when the next domino falls? This is no longer politics. This is survival. A game of political chess played in the shadows where one wrong move could bring down an entire family. The players know the game has begun. Deals are being struck behind closed doors. Old friends are turning into enemies. And with every passing minute, the question looms, is this the dawn of justice, or the birth of a nightmare that will burn everything in its path? Already, the hawks have stunned the nation with the dramatic arrest of former Minister Zizukawa, a move no one saw coming. 4 days, South Africans debated, was this justice, or was it politics? But sources close to the investigation say Zizukawa's arrest was not the grand finale. It wasn't even the middle. It was just the opening move. If that was just the beginning, brace yourself. The game board is changing, the pieces are moving, and the hawks are making fast, deadly rounds. The net is tightening. And whispers say their eyes are now set on much bigger prey. When I say big, I mean giants. Behind closed doors, one name remains at the top, Paul Marshall. But the shock doesn't end there. Another name whispered in hushed tones across newsrooms and parliamentary corridors is one that could shake South Africa to its core. President Cyril Ramaphosa. Yes, the president himself. The most powerful man in the country, the face of democracy, not standing above the storm but caught in the middle of it. Could the head of state himself be dragged into an investigation of this scale? Could history repeat itself in ways we thought belonged only to the dark past? And here is the question nobody dares to say out loud. If the president falls, who rises? If the foundation cracks, what happens to the house built on it? The whispers are getting louder. The stakes are rising. And the question every South African is now forced to ask is simple. Was Zizukawa's arrest just the first domino, or was it a warning shot for something much more dangerous yet to come? According to insiders, this isn't random chaos. It isn't corruption cases exploding by chance. No, this is planned, calculated, a strategy designed with deadly precision. Step 1. Break the president's armor. Remove his strongest allies one by one until the once dominant shield around him is nothing but mud. Step 2. When the circle is shattered and loyalty is broken, reopen the most explosive scandal in recent memory. If that happens, the entire political chessboard flips overnight. Powerful names who once ruled unchallenged could fall like pawns. Alliances will shatter. Betrayals will ignite. And the president himself could face trial, not just in the courts, but before an unforgiving nation. Now picture the scene inside Parliament. The tension is thick, almost visible. Doors slam shut. MPs whisper nervously in corners, unsure who is listening. Phones buzz with coded messages. Old promises are tested. New deals whispered in the shadows. Every handshake feels dangerous. Every smile feels false. And every silence feels louder than words. Loyalty is no longer about politics. It's about survival. And the questions echo through every corridor. Who will stand with Ramaphosa when the storm finally comes? And who will betray him when survival becomes the only game left? Let's be clear, this is not just another scandal. This is not political gossip that burns hot today and disappears tomorrow. No, what we are witnessing feels like a political earthquake. And when the ground cracks, no one escapes. Not ministers, not party leaders, not even the president. The uncertainty is electric. Every hour brings a new whisper, a new headline, a new accusation. From the factory floors of Durban to the classrooms of Cape Town, to the crowded taxis of Johannesburg, ordinary South Africans are glued to their phones, asking the same chilling question: how deep does it go? And then comes the terrifying thought: how far will the hawks push? Can this wave of arrests reach the highest office in the land? Could South Africa wake up one morning to the unimaginable? The president not behind a podium, but walking into a courtroom? Insiders warn, this is just the beginning. The first arrest was a spark. What comes next could be a wildfire that engulfs the entire political landscape. Hidden corruption files spilling into the public, powerful figures storming courtrooms, reputations shattered, alliances crumbling overnight. And timing matters. These revelations don't fall from the sky. They are calculated, released like weapons at moments designed for maximum damage. So the real question is no longer just whether the allegations are true. The more dangerous question is, who benefits if people believe they are true? If Ramaphosa falls, who rises? If the ANC collapses, who emerges from the shadows to seize the crown? Is this a fight for justice, or a brutal game of political chess in which ordinary South Africans are nothing more than pawns? This is where the story stops being politics as usual. It has become survival. A ruthless battle for power fought not with bullets, but with files, whispers, leaks, and headlines. And make no mistake, the battlefield is South Africa itself. The hawks are advancing like hunters in the dark. Leaders are sweating. Meetings take place behind closed doors. Phones buzz with secret messages. Alliances crumble under the weight of fear. Insiders leak half-truths like puzzle pieces of a game whose ending no one can yet see. Once filled with confidence, the corridors of Parliament now echo with fear. Ministers avoid eye contact. Party officials clutch briefcases like lifelines. Journalists circle like hawks, waiting for the next truth, or the next lie. And ordinary citizens scroll their phones at night, whispering, who's next? How deep is it? And how long can the president last? So don't just sit back and watch. This is not a show. This is a storm you must walk through awake, alert, vigilant. Talk about it. Share it. Spread it. Because South Africa's drama is no longer simmering, it is boiling over. And here is the terrible truth. The storm has only just begun. The question is no longer whether anyone will fall. That much is certain. The bone-chilling question is this: when the dust clears, who will still be standing, and who will be buried under the rubble of history?